Okay, moving on to my second notebook, which is the word identification strategy. Again, I chose 3 different colors for these notebooks to make them easy to grab in the classroom. And I have these labeled and tabbed as well. And starting with the first stage, which is pre-test and make commitments, I have the lesson at the beginning. I have the prefix and suffix test, a reading passage about football. Then I have a 10-question test on that passage and an answer key. Then I have the scoring instructions for the practice score sheet. I have an example of the practice score sheet, a blank score sheet, an example of the progress chart, a blank progress chart, and then a blank management chart. Then on to stage 2, which is describe. I have the lesson at the beginning. Then I have cue card 1, 2, the prefix list, the suffix list. I have reading materials, which are, again, I have copies of a history textbook that is used in our school system. And I've just made many different copies of reading passages out of that. I also have the newspaper, and I have magazines. Then, still in stage 2, I have the STEM worksheet and the answer key for the suffix test and the STEM worksheet, and then a blank management chart. Stage 3, which is model, I have the lesson at the beginning. Then I have the model passage, which is bridging the gap. Cue card 1, 2, the prefix list, suffix list, and the blank management chart. Then to stage 4, which is verbal practice. I have the lesson at the beginning. Then I have a blank strategy verbal practice checklist. Cue card 1, 2, 3, and a blank management chart. Stage 5, which is controlled practice and feedback. I have the lesson at the beginning. Then I have a word list. I have a reading passage. I have a test, a 10-question test about the reading passage, as well as the answer key. Then I have a blank practice score sheet, a blank assignment sheet, a blank independent practice score sheet, the scoring instructions for the practice score sheet. Then I have cue card 1, 2, 3, the prefix list, the suffix list, and then in stage 6, which is advanced practice and feedback, I have the lesson at the beginning. I have a reading passage. Then I have a 10-question a 10-question test and the answer key. Then I have a blank assignment sheet, a blank independent practice score sheet, cue card 1, 2, 3, the prefix list, the suffix list, and a blank management chart. And in stage 7, which is post-test and make commitments, I have the lesson at the beginning. Then I have a reading passage, a 10-question test on that passage, and the answer key for that test. Then I have the scoring instructions for the practice score sheet and a blank independent practice score sheet. Then to the last stage, which is generalization, stage 8, I have the explanation of the lesson. Then I have cue card 4, 5, 6, and then I have my reading materials. I have my excerpts out of the history textbook. I also have some chapter books. And I have, again, the newspapers and magazines for that. Okay, so that is my notebook for the word identification strategy, and I look forward to hearing your feedback.